So I finally did it. I made my manga collection video for the year 2023. I really wanted to avoid making this video just because I didn't want to get up on the shelves and film from the top. It looks like it's a pain, but I finally did it. So if you're watching this video, I would appreciate it if you watch the whole thing. Alright, this is going to be hard to shoot because I don't have anything to hold my camera with at this height. So it's going to be a bit shaky. Hope you stay for the ride. So I got these two series by the same mangaka, Emma volumes 1 through 4 and Bright Stories volumes 1 through 12. I have not read Emma and I have read most of Bright Story. I like it, but as far as the later part of the volumes, I feel like the story's not advancing fast enough. To be honest, I don't even know what it is about at this point, because I think the main point, the main plot of this story is already over with. So I don't really know what's going on, and I stroll with slice of life manga, so I don't know if I'm going to continue this. And to be honest, the only reason I got these two series was just to please the Shoujo Josei mob on Twitter. I didn't want to be accused of being some woman hater or anything like that, so I decided to add this kind of series into my collection just to avoid the mob, I guess. So we're moving on to one of my favorite series of all time, Vinland Saga volumes 1 through 12. I think volume 13 has come out. I have read volumes 1 through 11 and it is one of the best, guys. This is worth buying. This is worth keeping. This is worth rereading. A lot of people talk too much about Berserk and about Vagabond, but this tops it. This is just amazing. It's really about life and understanding what it is to love your friends and family and value what's important. I haven't read volume 12 just because I feel like I'm gonna hate the fact that I only read one volume and I want to read more. So that's why I haven't read it. I'm just waiting for more volumes to come out. I know the series is about to be over sometime soon, so I may just wait till everything's completed so I can just read it all over again. Okay, and this is my only manga from Korea, Shaman Warriors volumes 1 through 9. The series is complete, even though you can tell that by the end of the story it was probably cancelled. But this is just a shame because this story was so freaking good. It was developed so well. The story was advancing so good, and then but volume 7 and 8, the story starts just ending, and I was wondering why, because you could tell that this was going to be a long story. I'm really pissed off that it ended. I'm mad at the Korean community for not embracing this work so that it could be prevented from being canceled. I think this is one of the best works that I have seen or heard of. I mean, I haven't heard of much Korean manga, but this is, I think, one of the best, and I'm just mad that it got canceled. Alright, so we are now here at Takehiko Shinoe's best work of all time, Real, volumes 1 through 15. This manga is about keeping it real with life, facing your giants, facing your struggles, facing anything that comes at you, and just working on it to continue with life. This is his best work. I just love the series. This is my #1 series of all time. It's just amazing. I mean, I'm really sad that this series doesn't get enough love, even though it's his best work of all time. I know his other works are good, but once you read this, you will know that Real is his best work, and you should have it in your collection because you're gonna want to read it all over again. Alright, we are now on to Takehiko Inoue's lesser work. It's Vagabond, volumes 1 through 12, and I got volume 37 at the top. This is a manga about, what's this dude's name? This famous samurai, I forgot his name already. But it's pretty good. Historical, very raw. It really teaches you how rough was back in the day, and he really shows you what it's like to cut someone's skin or body part, and you just see it and the way they suffer. Crazy stuff. Very raw, as I said. Very philosophical, makes you think about the way of the sword and all that stuff. If you're into samurai and all that stuff, you're going to enjoy the series. The artwork is amazing. It's just good. Alright, we are now at Urasawa's section here in my collection. Master Keaton, volumes 1 through 12. However, I'm missing volume 2, 5, and I think that's it. I haven't read it, can't say much about it. And then we have 20th Century Boys, volumes 1 through 11, plus 21st Century Boys. I have not read the physical copies. I read this online years ago and I was just impressed. This is my first work that I read by Urasawa and I was just impressed. The way he tells a story is amazing. I don't like his endings though, they're too vague. But overall, it's a great series. I want to read it once more. It's probably way into the future because I don't got time. Now we have Monsters, volumes 1 through 9 complete. I have not read this, but I heard this is his most popular work. I plan to read it sometime in the future. And over here we have Pluto and Asadora. I have not read Pluto, but Asadora is one of my favorite series. I have not read volume 6, but volumes 1 through 5. They're pretty good. Now after Asadora I have Tomorrow's Joe in Spanish from Spain. Solanin by Inio Asano. I don't really like this work. I think I'm gonna sell it off. All You Need Is Kill by Obata. Pretty good work. And then we have Inuyasha, volume 1 and volume 2. Volume 1 is in my room, I think. But I read volume 1 and so far it's pretty good. I love the anime. I thought it was going to be overkill by getting the manga, but so far I've been enjoying it. Kaiji, volumes 1 to 3. I think volume 4 is coming out at the end of this month. I am going to get it. This is a great manga about death games, gambling. You should try it. Then we have Planet Tess or Planet ES, whatever you want to call it. This is the same mangaka as Vinland Saga. I have not read it. I'm not sure when I'm going to. At the end of the shelf we have Ping Pong. Have not read it. Akira, haven't read it. And then this work by Taniguchi, A Journal of My Father. And then The Summit of the Gods by the same person. I have not read them. Can't say much about them. Now I just realized that you're gonna hear me say I have not read it a lot. I started collecting my manga during the pandemic when nobody had anything else to do, so I was just buying a bunch of manga that I was interested in. Iwamushi Pero was one of them. Anything with sports, I'm going to get it, or at least I'm gonna try to check it out. And I got lucky because I started collecting it just when volume 3 was getting hard to find, and I did find a good deal on volume 3, so I was able to complete the collection or at least get up to date to what's been released. Again, I have not read it. I think I've read the first 3 volumes, but I do plan to, just because sports is one of my favorite series as far as manga goes. Alright, on to the only slice of life manga that is worth reading. This is called Silver Spoon by Arakawa. This is the same mangaka from Full Metal Alchemist. I enjoyed this series. This was worth the read. It takes a while to read though. It's just amazing. I love the relationship of the guy, learning about agriculture, the relationship he has with his father, and the way that he tries to amend it. Just amazing. You should check it out. It is the only slice of life manga that is worth reading. I promise. So I read the first 2 volumes of Witch Hat Atelier through the library, and I decided to get the whole series, at least what's up to date right now. I think I'm missing a volume, so I haven't read it, but just the first 2 volumes were good enough. I like the art, story looked interesting, so it's here in my collection. And to be honest, I'd rather wait for more volumes to come out, because I really hate the whole waiting for a volume to come out each 3 months just to get caught up with the story. I don't really like that. Another sports series that I like, Welcome to the Ball Room, volumes 1 through 10. I'm missing volume 7. It's hard to find. I'm not sure why. The cover is some dude without a shirt showing his 6-pack, but I'm not sure why that's the only volume that's hard to find. You know, it's so funny that it's the only cover with a dude without a shirt and a 6-pack, and yet that's the hard to find volume of the whole series. Dang it, girls. Y'all making it hard to complete the series. Volumes 1 through 11 of Sayonara Football. I'm missing like 6 volumes before completing the series. I think the last volume came out this month, so I need to step it up. I read the first 2 volumes and I liked it. I'm not sure if I'm gonna like volumes 3 to whatever, but whatever, you know. It's a sports series. I'll give it a try, and if I don't like them, I'll just sell it off. Alright, Perfect World. Some random volumes. I think I got this just because I like the whole wheelchair aspect of a story, because I read Real, And I was like, well, this is a shoujo, and the dude is in a wheelchair. Let me try it out, and I'll see if I like it. And then we have another sports series, Topu GP, volumes 1 through 8. This is the same mangaka as Oh My Goddess. So I do plan to get Oh My Goddess at some point. But this manga is about motorcycles. So we'll see how that goes. Alright, now we're on to an okay slice of life manga called Barakamon. I've read volumes 1 through 12. And I'll be honest, there were some times where I had to stop because it was just boring. And there were some parts where I was just, very interested. So I don't know how to feel about the series. I do want to finish it at some point, but it's not as good as Silver Spoon for some reason. So don't be surprised if I don't like it enough, and I'll finish it, but I'll probably sell it off if I don't like it that much. I have some volumes of Hell's Paradise. I've read them all. I read the first part online and read the rest of the volumes. I like the series, but nothing happened where I feel like, man, this is just awesome. I want to read it again. I want to keep it in my collection. So I wouldn't be surprised if I sell it off, because I don't know, everything happened so fast that there was no time to get attached with the characters. I don't know. It's enjoyable, yes, but I don't know, nothing worth remembering, I guess. Another series that I read too fast, Happiness, volumes 1 through 10 by this weird mangaka Oshimi. I really liked the series. I liked it. I liked the whole aspect of life passing by and you lose all of your family members, and you just continue to live to the point where you don't even remember your family because you live so many years. It's hard to remember who you are as a human. That whole aspect was amazing. I'm not the biggest fan of Oshimi. He's just so weird, and I have kids and family comes by, and if somebody opens one of those books, and I feel so awkward because Oshimi doesn't have a filter, and it's hard to explain Oshimi to non-manga readers, So enjoyable, yes. Do I want to keep them? I don't know. But man, that art, this guy knows how to make art. Alright, then we got Tokyo Revengers volume 1 through 6. I've read a bunch of it online, so I'm just waiting for more volumes to catch up so I can start reading the physical copies. I really like the series. I heard it has a crappy ending, but I'm just gonna read it, whatever. Dragon Quest volumes 1 through 5. I saw the old school anime once when I was like 6-year-old. That was way back in the day, so I decided to get it out of nostalgia. I like this shonen. It's very classic. I don't know. I know not many people are into old school manga, but this is just nostalgia for me, even though it's really good. You should check it out. Now I have Yokohama Kaidashi Kiko, I don't know how to pronounce this, volume 1. I have not read it. Beck volumes 1 through 2 from Spain. I love the anime, so I want to check out the manga. Maison Ikoku volume 1. It was boring. Rumiko Takahashi's Roomic Theater. I haven't read it. Blue Lock 1 through 5. I've only read volume 1 because I'm missing volume 2. One Dance volumes 1, 3, and 4. Missing volume 2. Cross Game volumes 1 through 8. Missing volume 7. Hopefully there will be a reprint. And at the end of the shelf, I have Cromartie High School volumes 1 through 12. That's all that was released. And then I have some self prints of volumes 13 through 17. That completes the series. This is a high school manga comedy of some delinquents. Pretty hilarious. There's an anime. That's the only reason I know about this manga, due to the anime. You should check it out if you want to get into the manga. It's hard to find, so don't, unless you really like the anime. But no, you don't have to do it. Alright, over here we have this thing called Death Note. It's volumes 1 through 13 plus the short stories. You don't have to waste your time with this series. Just read half of the series and forget that the second part of the story exists. Just read the first half and that's it, guys. Don't waste your time with the second half. Alright guys, admire this series. Yes, it's complete. Every single volume. I collected this before it got hard to find. I did pay a lot for volume 26 and volume 36. I mean, it was like 40 to 50 bucks each. But it's a sports series, that's why I had to get it. So yeah, I have not read it, but it's illustrated by Yusuke Murata, which he does One Punch Man, and written by Inagaki, who also did Dr. Stone, so you cannot go wrong with the series. One of my hard to find series in my collection right now. Alright, now I have here Beat, the Vandal Buster volumes 1 to 12, and then I have like volume 1 from Spain. Spain is still releasing the later volumes, so I'm going to try to collect the later volumes from Spain, but this is the same mangakas that did Dragon Quest. So I really like this series. I have read it. Can't wait to read the rest once I get those volumes from Spain. And I noticed that everybody likes to apologize for having this series in the collection. And I'm like, dude, if you're gonna apologize, just get rid of it. You know, I don't know, whatever. This is Rurouni Kenshin volumes 1 through 28. Have not read it, but you know, the anime on Cartoon Network back in the day. So I decided to check out the anime, the manga I mean, just to see what it's like. Alright, another soccer series besides Blue Lock. Whistle volumes 1 through 24 complete. Yes, I have volume 23. This is an older series. I read volumes 1 through 5, I think, and it's interesting so far. I just got it because, you know, sports series again. I'm really interested in finishing it. I know it's an anime too, so I should check it out at some point, but yeah, soccer. Alright, so I have this thing called Raw Grad, illustrated by Obata. That's the only reason I have it. This was canceled, that's why it's only 4 volumes. To be honest, I just want to collect everything by Obata, but this series is not really worth collecting. Don't waste your time. I'll be honest, I may sell it off in the future because as much as I love Obata, this is not really worth reading. If you have it, you already know. Don't collect everything by the same mangaka that you like, guys, because sometimes it's a hit or miss. So, you know, don't do it. It's just space on my collection at this point. Alright, I got Yu Yu Hakusho volumes 1 through 19. Yes, I do have it all. I have not read it, but I have watched the anime, and the anime in English was freaking amazing. You should check it out. And over here I have all of Yu Yu Hakusho, Hunter x Hunter volumes 1 through 36, volume 137, waiting on volume 37, but Togashi, man, that guy knows how to write a story. That guy's amazing. May he get better and healthy at some point. Just hope the best for him. If he doesn't write any more Hunter x Hunter, that's fine. He gave it his best, and I understand why he can't. I'm happy with what we have, guys. And this is the best work by Obata, Hikaru no Go. You may argue, is Death Note? You're completely wrong. Go read Hikaru no Go first. And if you're gonna argue that Hikaru no Go is not his best work, then you're probably talking about Bakuman. I can give you Bakuman, but Hikaru no Go and Bakuman are his best works. Death Note, nah. Alright, starting the 4th shelf, we have Siren. I'm missing volumes 7, 8, and 10. Hopefully there will be a reprint, but I've read the series online, and man, I wish it hadn't gotten canceled. It was a good story. It was developing well. But I can understand why younger kids wouldn't be into it. However, I wish he would have been transferred to a different magazine where an older audience would have appreciated this series. But oh well. Now we have One Punch Man volumes 1 through 23. I can't say much about it. Everybody knows it. It's good. Now we have Black Clover volumes 1 through 32. This is my favorite shonen series right now, ongoing at the moment. One of the best. Reminds me so much of Naruto. I think this is like if Naruto was to pass on his belt, this will be it. Not Boruto, not My Hero, Black Clover, man. This is gonna be a classic. Too bad it's not getting the love that it deserves. Now I have some random volumes of Dr. Stone. Do I plan to complete the series? I don't know yet. I like the anime. I'm happy with the anime. We'll see. Now I have volumes 1 through 33 of My Hero Academia. I have not read it. I've been watching the anime, so that's why I got the manga. Hopefully I like it just as much, but here it is. Now we have My Hero Academia Vigilantes. This is actually a good series. For a spin-off, this is actually well written. I'm missing like 3 more volumes till the story is ending, and so far it's so good. I'm glad it's a short series and I enjoyed it for what it is. If you want to get a spin-off from one of your favorite series and you like My Hero Academia, this is worth it. This is worth it. And next we have Barrage volumes 1 to 2. I have not read it. I just got it because I found it at some store for cheap. But as I said before, if it's a canceled series, don't get it. It's probably just crappy. Then we have volumes 1 through 16 of Dragon Ball. I have not read it, but you know, I watched the anime back in the day and I liked it, so that's why I got it. Will I get Dragon Ball Z? I'm not sure. We'll see. I watched Dragon Ball Z so much that I think I won't be interested in reading the manga anytime soon. Alright, so this is Haikyuu volumes 1 through 45 complete. The reason I got it was because of the anime. The anime was amazing. I have not watched the last season, but the anime is just amazing, and I wanted to see the manga and read it just to see how different it is. But it looks like a great series. I will probably say it's top 5 as far as sports series. Number 1 being Hajime no Ippo. One of the things about sports series I don't like is some of them are aimed at women, and that's pretty fine, you know. But this story with Prince of Tennis, or as far as this series, feels like a bunch of some K-pop band playing sports, you know. I don't know. Am I gonna like the series? Who knows? But I still got it. But I feel like this is more aimed at a female audience, so I don't know if I'm gonna like it. Haikyuu is a bit like that, but it's still pretty interesting. So it's not as much, but I don't know if I like Prince of Tennis. Don't hate me, but that's how it feels like it. Alright, I'm gonna go pretty fast because this video is already too long. I Silent Voice, I liked it. That's all I gotta say. Awa Ashi. This is from Spain, guys. Look at this. Sports, soccer. Just watch the anime. It was amazing. Just go ahead and watch it. It was that good. Jujutsu Kaisen, I'm missing some volumes, but I like the anime. I'm gonna read the manga and continue to read it. If I get bored of it, or if it gets crappy, I'll sell it off. I have Gone volumes 1 through 7 complete. I've read a few volumes. It's not crazy, but it's just peculiar because there's no text. The story is told just by illustrations, and it's understandable. It's pretty cool. Then we have Old Boy volumes 1 through 8. A pretty cool story. I read it online years ago, so I decided to collect it slowly, but I did. A really cool series. Hopefully Old Boy, Dark Horse publishes it in a better version, like Spain did. I hope it gets a better format if it does get reprinted. Another series that I just got without doing research, Blue Giant. A lot of people recommend it, and that's why I got it. I'm missing volume 1 through 2. Once I get it, I'll start the series. I like music. Alright, another sports series that I haven't read, Kuroko's Basketball. I'm missing like 10 volumes, but you know, sports series, so I decided to get it. Hopefully I like it. Hopefully, because the anime, I was watching the English dub and it was kind of cringy. But hopefully I like it. Another series by Arakawa that doesn't get enough love, Arslan volumes 1 through 15. The anime was amazing. So if you want to check out the series, just watch the anime, and if you like it, just get the manga. But pretty cool. And over here we have Liar Game in Spanish from Spain. If you have not seen Liar Game, it's kind of like it's just a death game where you have to gamble, and it's pretty text heavy. You have to think. I think a lot of people will like it. It's an old manga and it didn't get enough love. I don't think it will ever get licensed here in the States, but it's pretty cool. Another series, I think this is one of the first series that I started to collect, and it's still not complete because Dark Horse just ruined the whole reading experience by taking its sweet time releasing each volume. Really, I wish I would have just watched the anime because season 2 came out and Dark Horse wasn't releasing any volumes. Then season 3 came out and it still hasn't released all the volumes. So I hate Dark Horse. I hope not to collect anything by them anymore. But Mob Psycho is one of my favorite series. Alright, so this is actually shoujo that I like. I didn't buy this due to peer pressure from the shoujo mob from Twitter. I just liked it and I decided to get it. I remember watching Full Moon when the anime came out back in the day, and the songs and everything was so cool. So I decided to get it. I'm surprised that it's only 7 volumes though, because I feel like the anime was like 50 episodes. I don't know. But a pretty cool series about a girl who sings and wants to meet this dude that she likes, and pretty cool. Nana, volumes 1 to 3. I read volume 1, somewhat interesting. I need to read volume 2 and 3 to see if I continue it. Confidential Confessions. I read volume 1 way back in the day, so I'm starting to collect the series. No rush, but hopefully I'll get it. Yona of the Dawn, volume 1, 3, 33, 35, 36. I watched the anime and I loved it. I wish the anime would have continued, but shoujo girls don't spend their money. That's why the anime never gets completed, because they're stingy, man. But I'm gonna read the manga now because I like the series. Same thing for Kimi to Doke. We only got like 2 seasons and that's it. So I'm going to try to read it. I do have it all. I just haven't taken the time to read the series. And then Book of Friends. Natsume Book of Friends. I'm waiting for some volumes to arrive, but it seemed interesting, so I'm gonna read it and see what I think. I'm just gonna rush this part because I don't know, this video is gonna be too long. Naruto Bot Set 2 and 3. I'm missing Bot Set 1. That's all I need to complete my Naruto series. One Piece Bot Set 1 and 3. Bakuman, a great series. And then I found this series on the bookstore for very cheap. I don't even know what it's called. Kurohime, who knows? Kaiju number 8, volumes 1 to 3. Amazing series. Satch Bell, haven't read it. Blood on the Tracks, I have read it. Pretty cool series. Dragon Drive, have not read it, but I have a complete. Pretty Face 1 through 6, haven't read it complete. Some random volumes of The Promised Neverland. Platinum End, it's worth reading, but I don't think it's worth keeping in your collection. And then I have this Dark Side Blues, don't know much about it. Then we have 1 volume of After the Rain, haven't read it. I read all of Attack on Titan Online, crappy ending, but I'm not really sure why I'm still collecting this series. I don't know if I'll read it again, but I'm still collecting it for some reason. And then we have Hinamatsuri 1 through 15. I have not read it. Sakamoto 1 through 4. I think I've read most of it. Very episodic. It gets old real quick. Blue Bots volumes 1 and 3. I have not read it. My Love Story complete. I watched the anime. It was pretty cool. School Judgments volumes 1 through 3 by Obata. No worth reading. I'm just collecting it because it's Obata. That's it. Don't get it, guys. You're wasting money and space by getting this crappy series. Free Ren volumes 1 through 7. Amazing series. Get it. It's worth it. Shoha Shoten by Obata. I read the first volume. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Alright, let's. Last Shelf, guys. Last Shelf. Legends 1 through 4. I don't know anything about it. I don't know why I got it. Warriors of Tao volumes 1 through 4. I read it. It was pretty crappy. You don't have to get it. I enjoyed it, but it was kind of crappy. Nightmare Before Christmas. Anima complete. Have not read it. 1 volume of Jakitate Japan. Knights of the Zodiac. 1 volume of Parasite. Gundam Seed Astrayed complete. Strawberry 100% 1 through 14. I don't like the series. I'm just gonna sell it off. The Kodansha Case Files 1, 2, and 3. It's incomplete by Tokipop, so I'm not even sure if I'm gonna continue collecting the series. And then my only my only anime that I have is the 1st and 2nd season of Hajime no Ippo and Karekano. And then here I just have volumes of series that I don't want or duplicates. I'm too lazy to sell them, but I'm sure post them on eBay sometime soon. So that's it, guys. Let me know if you have any questions about my series. I have a bunch of stuff that I have not read or don't really care for, which I'm gonna sell. But there's a bunch of stuff in there that I like. Let me know what you think. Thank you.